A house with a door. Windows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready to play? What's the day?
It's Wednesday. Hello.
Hello.
Now, sometimes you can get these grasses to make strange noises. And you need quite a stiff, wide grass for this. And just make a bit of a split in the middle with your fingernail. And then put it between your two thumbs. And the idea is you've got to try and keep this as stiff and straight as possible. Like that. And then, can you see it stretched in between the gap in between my two thumbs? Right. Well, then you blow, and it should make a noise. Like that.
Makes a good noise when it works.
Much more gentle noise now. Sound that the wind makes as it blows through grasses in a field. And all these grasses grow in the summertime, and they grow from seeds that you can find at the top of all grasses. They all look a bit different, but there's all seeds there. And sometimes farmers plant these seeds specially so that their animals have got more grass to eat in the winter. But usually grasses just grow all on their own, with a bit of help from the wind. Because what happens is that as they grow, the tops of them get dry and the seeds inside start to wobble about a bit, and then when the wind blows through them, they shake out. Can you see? These are very tiny, but they're all different seeds. When they land on ground, they can start to grow into grasses all over again. So in the summertime, the countryside's full of lots of different sorts of grasses. And the poem this week is all about the summertime and the countryside, and there's some pictures to go with it. Here's the first one. Sing a song of hollow logs, chirp of cricket, croak of frogs, cry of wild bird, hum of bees, dancing leaves and whispering trees. Legs all bare and dusty toes, ruddy cheeks and freckled nose, splash of brook and swish of line. Where's the song that's half so fine? Sing a song of summer days, leafy nooks and shady ways, nodding roses, apples red, clover like a carpet spread. Sing a song of running brooks, cans of bait and fishing hooks, dewy hollows, yellow moons, birds a pipe with merry tunes.
Flowers from a summer garden. Roses. And when they've finished blooming, the petals fall off. There's one of the pets that might like to eat some of these petals. Can you guess which one? Buffy. There's some milk thistles here for Lizzie. Here, you hungry? Come on. Come on. There you are. Very tasty. That's it. treat for the fish. Daphnia, the water fleas. Okay, let's see if the fish are hungry. Here you are. Food time. Katu likes eating plums. Here you are, Katu. Here you are. And something for the mice. Big bowl of oats. Here you are. Anybody hungry? Come on. Come on.
Oats, beans, and barley. And this is the way that the farmers used to sow their oats and beans and barley a long time ago, just from a bag held at their side, then taking the seeds and scattering them all over the ground. Of course, nowadays they use machinery. But perhaps you could pretend to be scattering some seeds. Oats and beans and barley grows, oats and beans and barley grows, but you nor I nor nobody knows how oats and beans and barley grows. First the farmer sows his seed, then he stands and takes his ease, stamps his feet and claps his hands and turns around to view his lands. Oi! Do you know why the farmer shouts oi? Well, it's to scare all the birds away that are trying to eat all the new seeds. Have a go at that, and don't forget to shout oi at the end. You ready? Oats and beans and barley grows, oats and beans and barley grow, but you nor I nor nobody knows how oats and beans and barley grows. First the farmer sows his seed, then he stands and takes his ease, stamps his feet and claps his hands, and turns around to view his lands. Oi! Oi! Oi!
Oi! Oi! Oi! Little Ted has been planting some seeds. Oh, I think they're starting to grow already. What's this, little Ted? Oh, very well done. This is real oat and barley. This is the oat. This is the barley. Long, wispy strands on the end. And they're growing out in the fields now. And when they've had enough sun in the summer, they're ready to be cut. The story today is about the summer. But before Carol tells it, let's have a look at the clock, see what time it says. The long hand has gone halfway round the clock and is pointing straight down, so that means it's 1/2 something. The short hand is pointing halfway between the 9 and the next number. So what time is it today? 9:30. Let's see what's underneath the clock. summer vegetables.
And today's story is about a boy called Christopher, who was thinking about the summer. It was a hot, fine day, on the first day of August. Christopher and his mother were sitting in the garden, shelling peas for lunch. Christopher was thinking. "Is it summer now?" he asked. "Oh, yes," said his mother. "It's summer all right." "But what is summer?" Christopher wanted to know. Christopher's mother found a book. She showed him 4 pictures and explained. Winter, spring, summer, and autumn. Christopher looked at the picture of summer very carefully. It was bright and looked hot. He looked at the sky. The sun was shining very brightly. "I understand," he said. "It's summer now." And they took the peas inside to get ready for lunch. But in the afternoon, Christopher realised that the sun was hidden behind the clouds. And before long, it started to rain. Christopher couldn't understand this. And had it stopped being summer? And if it wasn't summer, what was it? Christopher's mother was busy talking to his grandmother. He didn't like to interrupt her to ask questions, so he put his Mac and sou'wester on and went outside. The boy from up the street passed by, and Christopher thought that he might have learnt something about summer at school. "Hello, what's summer?" asked Christopher. "Summer's when it's fine and hot," said the boy from up the street. Well, it certainly wasn't fine and hot now. "But it's supposed to be summer now," said Christopher. "Well, what's gone wrong?" The boy couldn't answer this, so he shrugged his shoulders and ran off. Christopher went into the kitchen. His grandmother was busy sorting out the washing. "Is it still summer?" asked Christopher. "And if it is, well, why isn't the sun shining?" "Oh, it's still summer," said his grandmother, "though it doesn't look like it. My washing's got soaked with all that rain." Christopher thought he would go and ask his grandfather, who was in the garden. Christopher told him all about the summer and the sun. And he took Christopher to the flower bed. "Do you see all these flowers?" he said. "Well, in spring, they were small green shoots, about that high. Now they're grown up into tall flowers, and that means summer's here." And then he showed Christopher a bird sitting in a tree. "See that bird? It's almost fully grown now, but in spring it was only an egg." And then he pointed to one of the trees. The trees change too. In spring they turn green with tiny leaves and blossoms grow. In summer there are small flowers that grow and grow until autumn, when the apples are big enough to eat. Nearly everything changes through the year, and that's how we can tell what season it is. And the sun comes out more in summer, and it's hotter in summer. But it still rains, and the plants and the trees and the birds need that water. "I see," said Christopher. And as he and his grandfather went in for tea, the sun came out.
The shape of the sun, made with rose petals, You could try to make a picture from rose petals or pieces of different types of grass like I have here. Made this one a piece of card that I folded over, so it's like a card. Have some plants here and a little bit of glue. Don't need too much glue. Here's a different sort of grass. Oops, stuck to my finger. There. Yeah. Perhaps another piece on the side, like that. There. A picture, different grass and rose petals. Next time you go out, you might be able to see some different types of grass and collect them to make some sort of a picture. Through the windows today, you can see something that likes walking on the grass. Sometimes eats the grass too. Can you guess what it is? Have a look. Through the arched window. Did you guess? It's a horse. Just being let into the field. See, there's a baby horse. Do you know what a baby horse is called? It's called a foal. And this one's very young. It's only a week old. There it is. Into the field. Lots of thick grass in there. I wonder if they'll eat any. The foal isn't used to eating grass yet, it's so young. I wonder if that tickles its nose. Seems to like it. Oh, the foal's going to have a rest. Very young, so it gets tired easily. And its mother, still eating. Time to get up, see if there's something else to eat.
The wind blows gently through the field, making the grasses quiver. But if a horse comes galloping by, they bow and shiver. Can you make your fingers into blades of grass, just gently moving in the wind, till the horse comes galloping by? Then see how fast you can make them shiver. Ready? The wind blows gently through the field, making the grasses quiver. But if a horse comes galloping by, they bow and shiver.
Who's in that field? Over in the meadow, in the sand, in the sun, lived an old mother turtle and a little turtle one. Dig, said the mother, we'll dig, said the one. So they dug all day in the sand, in the sun. Over in the meadow where the stream runs blue, lived an old mother fish and her little fishes too. Swim, said the mother, we swim, said the two. So they swam all day where the river runs blue. Over in the meadow in a hole in a tree, lived an old mother owl and her little owls three. Too-woo, said the mother, too-woo, said the three. They too-wooed all day in a hole in a tree. Over in a meadow in an old barn door, lived an old mother rat and her little ratties four. Gnaw, said the mother, we gnaw, said the four. And they gnawed all day in an old barn door. Over in the meadow in a snug beehive, lived an old mother bee and her little bees five. Buzz, said the mother, we buzz, said the five. So they buzzed all day in a snug beehive. Time for us to go now, till tomorrow.
And if you go out, perhaps you could look for some different sorts of grasses. Bye for now.
Goodbye.